I understand that creating comics isn't an easy process and that deadlines need to be met, but if a large corporation that specializes in graphic novels is making a graphic novel, then I would assume that the art would be good. You would think that comic book companies like Marvel and DC would only hire the most talented artists to handle their beloved IPs, but no.
Oh, hell.
Like, I get that some artists aren't for everyone, but these works that I'm about to show you are genuinely awful, like actually stinky. These are supposed to be professionals, yet I've seen better drawings on DeviantArt. This is possibly the worst Wolverine art I've ever seen in my entire life, and that's saying something, because Wolverine is supposed to be a short, ugly, hairy midget, and somehow he's made him look even worse.
Hey, who you calling ugly, bub?
Oh, hey, listen, Wolverine, I thought you were supposed to be ugly, man. I didn't know you had... Damn. Whoa. Shit, man. Why does his cowl look like that? It looks like someone took their Batman cosplay and tried to turn it into a Wolverine mask. Why are his proportions like this? The funny thing is, this cover is so bad, it probably off-put a lot of people from actually reading the story, but the actual art inside of the book isn't even that bad. Speaking of terrible Wolverine art, we have Frank Miller. Where do I even begin here? This is... Oh my god, what the Wolverine's barber asked him what he wanted, and bro said, let me get the X-Men. Bro wanted to be an X-Men so bad that he gave himself the X-Men hairline. Like, I know I said Wolverine was supposed to be ugly, but he genuinely looks like a caveman here. Like, he looks pre-evolved. And that's not the only time Wolverine has looked pre-evolved, because in this next panel we have here, he looks like a T-Rex. What the fuck, man? How did this get passed? How was this published? They really saw this and they just went with it. Like, I can just imagine this version of Wolverine trying to do a stealth takedown, and it ends up failing because they felt Wolverine's hot breath on their neck before he was able to reach his arms far enough to stab them. Where the fuck do you think you're going, Frank? We're not done with you. If you thought that art by Frank Miller was terrible, it just gets worse.
What is that? Oh shit! What is that?
I'm just... I don't... This is quite possibly one of the worst covers, I think, ever. I don't think this will ever be topped. This is terrible. I'm just confused by the entirety of this. I don't understand. I don't understand the composition of it. I don't understand what it was trying to convey. I'm very confused. I don't know why they're facing butt to butt. The perspective here is weird because, if you're not paying attention, it kind of looks like they're midgets, but in actuality, they're bending their knees. I'm assuming that's Superman. I don't know why Superman has purple leggings, no cape, and a ponytail. That is quite an interesting character design. It's one thing to have terrible character design, but to also pair that with terrible artwork is very bold, I must say. Why does Wonder Woman have braids? I don't get that. She's rocking that weird white hippie girl hairstyle. She also has the manliest jawline I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, that shit is like handsome Squidward. That shit looks enchanted, bro. She truly looks like she was chiseled by a god, because that jawline is insane. I'm glad that Superman doesn't have a cape on this cover so we could see how cheeked up he was. Speaking of cheeked up, we have Greg Land, who is a questionable comic book artist. Now, at first glance, you may think, this is pretty good. What's the problem here? Until you realize that this guy just traces and reuses the same shit. Like, this is literally the same thing 3 times. How does he keep getting away with it? All of these faces are the same. I don't know why everyone looks the same. Bro, come on, bro. Like... and for some reason, this guy loves to trace porn. Now, Gwen, I don't think that's an acceptable expression to have after realizing Spider-Man has died. I mean, that just looks like you're busting a nut. Yeah, that's totally not a suspicious face to be making. Interesting pose she's hitting here. I wonder what he traced that from. This Iron Man panel is actually atrocious. It literally is just a straight rip of this fucking meme. I don't understand why he chose that as a reference to trace. Like, why does Iron Man have teeth? This is genuinely the most cursed Iron Man panel. But hey, you know, at least Greg Land can actually draw proportions correctly. Unlike Rob Liefeld. I mean, what the fuck is this? I'm sure a lot of people have seen this infamous picture of Captain America. How do you fuck up the proportions that badly? Have you never seen a human being before in your life? Super soldier program, more like super steroid program. Holy fucking shit, dude. Bro looks like he invented the bench press. I like how he has such a protruding chest and absolutely no lower bulge, insinuating that his nuts have shriveled up to dust because of his repeated steroid abuse. Nah, this dude genuinely cannot draw anatomy correctly. It's like he's allergic to it or something. Someone call a chiropractor. Nah, what, bro, what the she's like 8 feet tall with just her legs alone. The arm to leg ratio is insane. If she ever needs to tie her shoes, she's cooked. He's also physically unable to draw feet for some reason. Now let's take a look at some Spider-Man art. Everyone loves Spider-Man so much. I mean, he's like their best-selling property. Surely they wouldn't have a terrible artist make art. Fucking John Romita Jr., goddammit. What is this, bro? Why? How are your legs making a U shape? I don't understand. What is going on here? It looks like he has no neck, like his head is just fused to his body. But if you thought this was acceptable, wait until I hit you with the Peter Parker face. Cause holy shit, this is so bad. Oh my, what the hell? What happened here?
Please kill me now. My existence is pain.
He didn't always used to be this bad at drawing, cause look at this.
Hey, that's pretty good.
What the fuck happened, man? Did you fall on your head and lose your art abilities? Please, someone take away John Romita Jr.'s cooking privileges. What the hell is this Superman? He looks like he's speeding home because he has to take a fat shit. What the hell is that facial expression, bro? But if you thought that Peter Parker face was horrendous, let me introduce you to Humberto Ramos.
Brother,
Why does he draw like this? Someone help Spider-Man. It looks like he's been stung by 5 million bees. You know the artwork is good when the dude who's wearing a mask has the same facial proportions as the dude who's not wearing a mask. I mean, dear God, why? Why are his eyes so tiny? And why is his face so inflated? Never let this guy draw faces ever again, because for some reason he can't draw faces unless it's a woman. And we're back at it with the terrible Wolverine art. He just can't catch a break. His neck is so long. Buddy is built like an uncircumcised penis. And if you wanted to see more horrifying faces, I present to you Zachary Baldus's artwork. And this is supposed to be magic. Yes, those are supposed to be the same character. This art style is so weird, like everyone is lanky and flat looking. But then he also drew this Kitty Pryde, which definitely looks a lot better, but also looks like she skips leg day like it's the plague. These comic book artists are about as consistent as Klay Thompson. Last but not least, we have Injustice Batman.
I'll be crying if I look like that too, bro. That's fucked up what they be doing to y'all.
He looks like he has Down syndrome. I mean, like, why does Catwoman look normal and he looks like that? This shit was so bad, they had to republish it. And, you know, this looks way closer to what I imagine was envisioned. So I don't know who cooked over here, but they fucking burnt the kitchen. So yeah, that was some of the worst comic book art I have ever laid my eyes upon. I genuinely don't know how some of those were approved. Join my Discord if you haven't already, link in the description, and check out my second channel where I open Pokemon cards. Oh yeah, and follow me on Twitch. But yeah, I'll see you later.